Hello and welcome to episode 75 of WITM, in which for the second week in a row, Andrew is going to have the rare singles match on 205 Live in the main event against one-third of the New Day, Xavier Woods. So let's get this 205 Live started. We started off with NXT champion Oni Lorcan taking on WWE champion Finn Balor. And it's a victory for the WWE champion Balor. An important match in the Cruiserweight title rankings as we get ever closer to SummerSlam, now just 8 days away. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, where we'll likely see Serena in action, will be following this 205 Live. Akira Tozawa defeats Rich Swann, Kalisto, and Hideo Itami. Aria Daivari defeats TJ Perkins. Jack Gallagher defeats Andre Almas. Brian Kendrick defeats Lince Dorado and Neville. And Brian Metalik defeats Cedric Alexander. Now here we go with our episode 75 match. It is Andrew of the AA Hardcore Cruisers taking on Xavier Woods of the New Day in the main event singles action. Here we go.
Singles action is up next. You're not going to want to miss this one.
Oh, I'm not going to miss it.
We have a real fan favorite versus Xavier Woods.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see these two go at it.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Now the moment is here, get rid of your fears, no time for the tears, because we gon' make the future is ours, cause we got the power in the palm of my hand, given the chance, you know. Take it. And when it seems everything's wrong and the pressure is on, that's when it's time to be strong. Just look in the mirror and wipe your face, step up to the plate, cause it's time to be great. So come on and embrace the new day. Come on and live life a new way. Don't stop till you reach the top, and while them haters keep hating, you'll be winning a race.
All right, here we go. Andrew, the double hardcore Cruiser, was taking on Xavier Woods of the New Day. They faced off in tag action before, but not in singles action. Andrew targets the head of Xavier. Kick to the stomach. Elbow to the back. Reversal by Andrew. Neckbreaker. Stomp to the arm. Reversal by Xavier. And a big DDT. Stomp to the arm. Xavier with a submission maneuver. Targeting the head. And Andrew breaks out of it quickly. Knuckles to the forehead of Xavier.
Yeah, he can handle anybody.
Reversal by Woods.
Oh, right between the eyes.
Xavier knows a thing or two himself about streaming and recording WWE 2K content. He has a very popular YouTube channel called Up Up Down Down, where he streams WWE content. He calls himself on there Austin Creed, and he does Madden tournaments for other superstars, FIFA tournaments, WWE tournaments. Pretty entertaining to watch. Headbutt to the face of Xavier Woods. Kick to the back. Very nice springboard attack there by Andrew. Stomp to the back of the leg. Locks in the Roy knee bar. And Xavier breaks the hold very quickly. And just looking for the flat line, looking to make quick work of Xavier. But Xavier reverses.
Xavier Woods is all about getting it done right here, people.
Reverse neck breaker forces Andrew to his feet.
A textbook reversal.
Crowd chanting game on Xavier and chanting New Day rocks. Reversal by Andrew. Facebuster.
I'd say he's starting to feel the pressure.
Goes for cover.
Well, this might finally be and the shoulders up now.
Xavier powers out at 2.
I don't believe it. He refuses to lose.
Series of elbow strikes to the head.
Ooh, the elbow lands.
Andrew's looking to take flight.
That's a long way. Look at this head time.
And Xavier evades the splash. Stomp to the chest. Xavier looking for a finisher.
When he gets going like this,
Andrew catches the leg and reverses. Each man reversing the other's finisher. Rolling knee bar locked in, center ring.
painful hold here. What's he gonna do? This is not the position you
This
want
one
to
locked
be
in quite a bit longer than the previous one. We're going to see a victory by submission for Andrew. No, Xavier just in the nick of time. Powers out, but serious damage done to that leg.
Oh, look at the emotion.
Andrew fires up the WWE Universe.
Look at these
Forces Xavier on his back, goes for cover.
And he kicks out with a
Xavier powers out at 1.5, and Andrew in disbelief. He thought he had the victory there following that rolling knee bar locked in for quite some time.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
He's
Looking again for the flat line. Xavier reversed the first one. Will the second one connect?
Whoa, he's measuring.
It will.
Oh, wow.
Was for a cover.
This could do it. I think so.
And picks up a victory.
This singles match in the books.
What makes all of us hate? We're all the same. We roll the dice and we play your game. We complicate, show us the way. Before it's too late and the whole thing breaks. We have a name, we all create. Everything else from mistakes we made. We'll make a change, we'll concentrate before we suffocate. Can't hold this in and keep it quiet any longer. We're falling in and now this feeling's getting stronger. Take my breath away now. I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to retrace.
All right. Andrew's momentum keeps going. Seems to be no signs of it stopping. All right, and already seems like we just did one. But it is time for another rankings update, and then it'll be time for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, one of the biggest events of the year for NXT, where we will likely see Serena putting her NXT Women's Championship on the line for the first time since gaining it. Alright, starting off with Raw. And women's action. Asuka defeated Sasha Banks, Emma, and Nia Jax. Asuka moves up to the number 1 contendership. That unfortunately means Serena falls to number 2. Sasha falls to number 5. Emma is champion. And Nia Jax falls to 7. That was it for Raw women's action and Raw tag action. The Hype Bros defeated Enzo and Cass. The Hype Bros remain number 1 contenders with that non-title victory. The New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston defeated Gallows and Anderson. So New Day moves up to 4. Gallows and Anderson falls to 4. So the New Day actually move up 2 slots to number 3. In singles action, Samoa Joe defeated Dolph Ziggler. Joe moves up to 2. Ziggler falls to 8. Rusev defeated Baron Corbin and Curtis Axel. Rusev moves up to 6. Corbin falls to 7. And Axel remains at number 20. Kevin Owens defeated Chris Jericho. So they swap spots. Owens up to 4. Jericho down to 5. I believe they are in the Universal title rankings as well. They are, so they swap spots there as well. Owens up to 5, Jericho down to 6. And then John Cena defeated Dean Ambrose. So Cena moves up to the number 1 contendership. Cena is in the rankings. I didn't see him there last time. Which unfortunately means Andrew falls to number 2. And that does it for Raw. For SmackDown, starting with the SmackDown women. Aaliyah defeated Alicia Fox. Aaliyah moves up to 4. Alicia falls to 7. And then in tag action, Cesaro and Sheamus defeat American Alpha. Cesaro and Sheamus are the champions. American Alpha falls to 5. Ascension moves up to 4. Speaking of the Ascension, they defeat the Golden Truth, so they move up to 3. And Golden Truth remains at the bottom at number 6. Oh, and one women's match I missed. Alexa Bliss defeated Eva Marie. Alexa Bliss moves up 2 spots to number 4. But Aaliyah won as well, so she's actually going to move up just to 5. And that's it for SmackDown Women. And then Corey defeated Roman Reigns. So Corey moves into the number 1 contendership. Reigns falls to number 9. And in the WWE Championship rankings moves down to 6. And Seth Rollins defeated Finn Balor. Seth Rollins remains number 1 contender. And Balor falls down to number 3 in the Intercontinental Championship rankings. And that does it for SmackDown Live. The final NXT rankings update before NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. We did not have an NXT women's match, so starting with the NXT Tag Team Division. The Authors of Pain defeated Enzo and Cass. Enzo and Cass are the champions. The Authors of Pain are already number 1 contenders, so no change from that. TM61 defeats hashtag TIY. TM61 moves up to 3. DIY falls to 7. And that does it for tag action and singles action. Noam Dar defeated Brian Kendrick. But Lince Dorado won as well, so no change there. Kendrick falls to 5. Akira Tozawa defeated Hideo Itami. Tozawa moves up to 23. Itami falls to 10. Jack Gallagher defeated Bobby Roode and Ho Ho Loon. Gallagher moves up to 12. Roode falls to 19. And Loon falls to 4. Grand Metalik defeats Andre Almas. Metalik moves up to 24. Almas remains at the bottom at number 26. Lince Dorado with a non-title victory over Oni Lorcan. He remains number 1 contender. And of course, Lorcan is already champion. In the Raw main event picture, or the main event, the Raw portion of main event, Enzo and Cass defeat the Hype Bros, so Enzo and Cass are already champions. The Hype Bros fall to number 2, meaning the Hardcore Cruisers are once again number 1 contenders. Natalya defeated Nia Jax. Well, that's for NXT. There we go. So Natalya is up to 3. Nia Jax down to 8. And Baron Corbin defeated Dolph Ziggler. So Corbin moves up to 6. Ziggler falls to 9, meaning Andrew moves up to 8. And now in the SmackDown portion of main event, this was all singles matches. Mark Henry is actually in the WWE title picture. So Henry moves up to 7. He defeated Jinder Mahal. And Mahal remains at the bottom there. Kane with a non-title victory over Sheamus. So he moves up 2 slots to number 5. And Sami Zayn defeated the Big Show. Zayn moves up to 3. Big Show down to 8. And now for 205 Live. We had no tag action, so it's all in the Cruiserweight title picture. Finn Balor defeated Oni Lorcan. He moves back up to number 1 contendership. Lorcan falls to 2. Akira Tozawa defeated Rich Swann, Kalisto, and Hideo Itami. So Tozawa moves up to 17. Swann falls to 17, so Tozawa actually moves up to 16. Kalisto falls to 16, so Tozawa actually moves up to 15. And Tommy falls to 12. Aria Daivari defeated TJ Perkins. Daivari moves up to 6. Perkins falls to 10. Jack Gallagher defeated Andre Almas. Gallagher moves up to 12. Almas remains at number 22. Kendrick defeated Lindsay Dorado and Neville. Kendrick up to 6. Dorado falls to 4. And Neville falls to 21. Graham Metalik defeated Cedric Alexander. So they swap spots. Metalik to 18. Alexander to number 19. Andrew defeated Xavier Woods, who I don't think is even in these rankings. He is not. So that does it for our rankings update. And now we can take a look at the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn card and see who Serena would defend that NXT Women's Championship against. She is pictured there, so she is defending that NXT Women's title. We open up with Ho Ho Lun take on Shinsuke Nakamura. And she is defending her NXT Women's title, and it is against the tough enough runner-up, Amanda, now known as Mandy Rose, getting an opportunity to become NXT Women's Champion. Serena, she wants to hold on to that title and go on and still hold that title, because 1 week later, if she can get a Raw Women's title shot and then win, she can become the second woman ever and the youngest woman ever to hold the NXT Women's Championship and Raw Women's Championship simultaneously. Also on the card, Enzo and Cass defend the NXT Tag Team title against the Authors of Pain. Of course, once Enzo and Cass lose those NXT Tag Team titles, they will no longer have any business on NXT and will focus completely on Raw, where they are Raw Tag Team Champions. Same goes for Serena. If she loses the NXT Women's title, not only will she not have that opportunity to make history as the youngest woman to hold the NXT Women's title simultaneously, as well as the Raw Women's title, but she will no longer be part of NXT unless she gets demoted down later on. She would be a full-time, fully focused on Raw. TJ Perkins takes on Jack Gallagher, non-title. Drew Gulak takes on his tag team partner, Tony Nese. We have a fatal four-way between Johnny Gargano, Brian Kendrick, Lindsay Dorado, and I believe that's Aria Daivari. And Oni Lorcan defends his NXT Championship in the main event against Noam Dar. So that is our NXT TakeOver Brooklyn card. Our second TakeOver special for NXT, one of the biggest events of the year, in the Barclays Center, the same arena where SummerSlam will take place 1 week later. And Serena will defend her NXT Women's Championship for the first time and possibly her final appearance on an NXT show. So that is going to do it for episode number 75. Until 76, where it's the wee time for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. This is Corey, signing off.